And as bluebells come into bloom across the capital, we'll share your pictures and let you know why these spring flowers are so important to our ecosystem.
We've been on the hunt for carpets of blue today, but what makes these flowers special? And what's the difference between a Spanish bluebell and an English one?
We do. I was looking for bluebell flowers from our weather watchers, and there are very, very few. I found a single one. So if anyone does have any bluebell pictures, please post them up to weather watchers through this afternoon, and I'll feature them on the programme tonight.
Kate, we're clearly sticking with the bluebell theme.
Yes, we are. I asked our lovely weather watchers if they'd seen any bluebells, if they had to send us a picture, and they came up trumps. Some absolutely beautiful blooms right the way across London and the surrounding area. Fun fact, another one about bluebells, Elizabethans used the starchy type liquid that came out of the bulbs, which incidentally are poisonous, to stiffen their ruffs around their necks. So another fun fact. So lots of these visible probably for the next few weeks as we head into early May. Now, we have had a lot of sunshine today, but the cloud has been moving in.
Now, take a look at these beautiful blooms. Bluebells are out in force across the capital. And while they attract many visitors to our woodlands, forests and parks, these flowers are special for other reasons too, as Wendy can explain in Eltham. Wendy, over to you.
Hello, yes, cameraman Richard has been all over London today looking for bluebells, and I have to say here in Oxley's Wood in the Royal Borough of Greenwich he has done exceedingly well. It's a carpet of blue. And did you know that nearly half of the world's bluebells are here in the UK? We ought to be really proud of these plants. Now, another good place to see them is in Epping Forest, which is managed by the City of London Corporation, and earlier on I spoke to the head of conservation there, who told me just why these flowers are so special.
Each spring, Chalet Wood becomes this amazing space with this blue carpet of bluebells, which attracts thousands of visitors. They are associated with that ancient woodland, which is particularly important, especially from an ecological perspective. But they are also incredibly fragile, so one footstep can cause lasting damage. They also take a long time to grow, so from bulb to flower they can take 5 to 7 years to establish, so picking or trampling them can prevent that regrowth. Our sort of slogan is enjoy but not destroy, stay on the path, leave the bluebells untouched, and of course take photos, talk about them with your friends, family, share the photos. We do have in Epping Forest quite unique bylaws, and Wanstead Park, which Chalet Wood belongs to, has its own bylaws, and that actually prohibits damage or injury to any plant in the forest. That includes trampling or picking bluebells. They're also protected under UK law, and that's all to help their long-term survival.
Yes, they need to be treated with care, these delicate little flowers. And there's another more robust species that threatens these ones that you see in the ancient woodland as well. It's the Spanish bluebell. So what is the difference? You can tell if you look carefully. So a Spanish bluebell is often found in open spaces, and they lift their heads to the sun. The flowers go all the way around an upright stem, and they have generally broader leaves and a blue stamen in the middle. Now, if you compare that to an English bluebell, well, they're the ones that prefer shade. They will be growing in the ancient woodlands. The flowers grow on one side of the stem, and that's what encourages them to do that pretty little droop that they do. They're much deeper blue in colour, and if you look inside them, the stamen is yellow. So now you know, and they flower 2 to 5 weeks once they get going, so maybe we'll have this kind of carpet of blue up until the start of May, and they are earlier than usual this year. But what better sight on a sunny spring day than bluebells in an ancient forest? Back to you, Frankie.
Absolutely, Wendy. You learn something new every day, don't you, here on BBC London? Wendy Harrell there. Bye-bye.